right,
Share.
here we go.
Oh, okay.
Welcome everyone to Price Action Live at TradersPost for December 11th, 2025. Post FOMC day, the best day of the month. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike Dante's Inferno Christensen, co-founder and CSO of TradersPost. Today, we're joined by Rina of Trades by Rina, a prop firm trader delivering candid advice on futures payouts, firm transitions, and trading psychology straight from her Detroit desk. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as TradersPost, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by Blue Sky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit bluesky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Guys, it's sort of like Boxing Day. This is the day after the big FOMC meeting where we're all parsing what the high priest of finance has said. How are you guys feeling on this Thursday morning?
Feeling pretty good. Hey, Ben Blue, thanks for joining us. It's definitely an interesting day, but always exciting to have a guest on the show. Rina, thanks so much for joining us here today. I hope we have some trades that are positive for us today because yesterday I got smacked. So I'm looking to get back on track.
Happens to the best of us. I did not trade yesterday. I've learned my lesson about a few things, and one of them is just not trading on FOMC, partially because I only trade the New York AM session, and the New York AM session on FOMC day is typically pretty terrible. But a couple of times I've been like, yeah, but there's so much volatility coming in at FOMC, and like I could pass an eval. So I didn't look at the charts. Like I don't even know what happened yesterday until I opened my screen today. So marked safe from FOMC, but we'll see what the kind of fallout is with how it shakes out today.
I love that, marked safe from FOMC. We need a Facebook status for that. That's awesome. Ben Blue says, thanks for mentioning ADHD in your video interview because that's me too. Totally relate. I am somewhere in that weird OCD ADHD triangle, if you will. And I haven't been officially diagnosed. I don't know if you were, Rina, but I definitely relate to much of the symptoms, executive dysfunction, forgetfulness, and like just the way my brain works for sure can put me in a tailspin at times, which is obviously one of the things that I have to try to overcome in trading. I completely relate to that challenge from time to time. I have to build, Tom and I were talking about this morning. I have to build systems to remind me on the charts, even though the rules are super simple. I still have to put myself in a position where I don't break those rules. And yesterday is a perfect example of that. Decided to go short when I should have been long yesterday, and ended up getting whipped. I actually started the day up too, by the way. This is all a choppy range that was really good for my scalping strategy. I was up about $500, and then I decided to take a huge short right here at Vwap. Didn't listen to my rules up, and price action immediately turned against me and put me down around $1,000 per account on average. Not a huge loss. It just puts me right back at square one. I got to start all over again. With a little bit of drawdown down.
Mike, I always think about this type of misstep that you make on Vwap. To me, it's a classic left hook where it's just you think a right's coming and you just get clocked the other side. And what's great about it is that it's the same one. So once you fix it,
I know.
Once you fix it,
I know
you're never gonna make that same mistake again.
How many times did I tell you? I'm 3 months away from changing my life here on this year.
Right. Because there's some people where it's like, I know some people in my group, they have 9 different problems. They're never solving any of them. They could hardly even identify it. They're never getting out of there. It's sort of like when I used to go to the casino all the time, and there was never a day I left the casino with money. So I had to be like, oh, I just can't go to the casino anymore. Like I know that's my limitation. I have all these different dysfunctions when it comes to the casino. I'm never gonna succeed. But trading, with especially now with the automated trading with TradersPost, I go, wait, I get to make all my decisions in advance and just let it run. That I can do, which is why.
More importantly, you're playing a game where you actually have positive expectancy. It doesn't matter what game you play at the casinos. The edge is on their side, not yours.
Fair enough. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
What's
Rina,
up, everybody? Hey, Aventura. Thanks for joining. Aventura says, great to see you, Rina.
how
Hi.
long have you been trading, Rina? I haven't seen the interview yet.
Oh, I've been trading, if you count GameStop, for 4 years. I would say I was more like hodling for a year, and then started trading options about 3 years ago, futures and slash prop firms about 2 years ago, and have been like exclusively futures prop trader for about 2 years. Yeah.
I love the a bunch of us who started around the whole COVID lockdown and all that stuff. And afterwards, I call us the class of 2020 because we all graduated and we all have the same stories. It's very fun because all the older people are like, "Well, we were there in the .com and we saw what happened in the '90s." Yeah, old boomer. We're lockdown traders.
Yeah, I love that. Well, it is kind of, I mean, I think we all go into trading thinking like we're going to be the exception to that, 90% of traders fail rule, and like we're going to become rich overnight, or maybe it'll take a year. But like, you kind of have to think of it like, going to business school or grad school, and it's going to take you like at least 4 years usually, just to kind of like get your bearings.
I don't know. However long
10 in Mike's case.
Or longer. Look, it's not it's not a race, and like I feel like we also all have to like find our asset and find like what we're comfortable trading, and takes however long it takes. But so market's almost open. I'm down to share my chart, or I don't know how.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You guys want
let's do a quick range finder here. So typically at the open here, we just kind of give our updates on where we think price might arrive. Tom, do you have anything from Spot Gamma this morning? On the 2-hour chart, I'm seeing that we're basically right in the middle of this R1, S1 range, which, as we know, anytime this happens, it's kind of any direction is possible. But about 200 points to the upside to 25,849 before I'm expecting resistance again, and about 140 points down to 25.5 where I'm expecting support. If we push below or beyond those zones, I'm going to be well positioned on either side already. So hopefully it does go that far. But
we are in negative. We're barely in negative gamma territory, so there's not a lot. Actually, the price could go anywhere now.
Okay.
It's sort of a mix. And with the dollar falling, I wouldn't be surprised if we get up into on the SPX, let's call it 69.80.
Got it.
So we have some topside move that we can actually get here.
Coming out of the open here, we just opened. There is point of control on the electronic hours at 25,669, and it looks like we're pushing away from that. So we'll wait the first few go from here. Rina, did you want to share your screen, and we'll pick up whatever you're seeing on your charts?
Yeah, sure. Let me see. How do I do the share screen? Okay. Okay. I clicked share screen. I don't know if it's...
I don't see it yet, but did you pick the window or?
I picked window. Now it's freezing. Okay.
While you're pulling that up, Benjamin Blue was saying that Tom, MCP is amazing. I've got the TradingView Strat Tester, Auto Refresh and Test, and download XLS and list of CSV trades from a new key command. So, amazing. I mean, this is using AI. I'm just so happy about it. I'm so glad they did it because I mentioned it the other day where it is possible to connect your AI to your browser window so that it can update TradingView. It can use the interface for you and update PineScript, do back tests. It's a brave new world here.
Wow, this is a very bearish open candle.
Yeah, look at that.
So I'm actually long on both. Let me ask you. Here we go. I don't know if it's letting me share because I use the TradingView app, not in Chrome.
Yeah, it should still work.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to share that window.
Unable to share screen. All right. I might have to change some settings on my computer, but
no worries. Or you can just let us know if there's anything you're watching or anything like that.
Yeah, I actually
you just want to call audibles for now.
Yeah, I just I longed on gold.
Okay.
I'm looking at prior day high as a possible target. It's just been kind of on a bull run.
Yeah.
And it's marching through a prior 30-second opening range. You guys know that I use my dots indicator, and it is all green dots on gold. So I like that. Oh, was that me? That was a very loud alert. Sorry. No, that's the dots alert. Let me turn that off.
Oh, gotcha.
Very loud for everyone. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to pause this. Okay.
My strategy is currently long Bitcoin. With the dollar falling here, I mean, that should be pretty bullish. Just to recap a little bit here, I know we're going to touch on after hours tomorrow more of what happened with the FOMC, but it was sort of like, I'm calling it a bearish, dovish, hawkish cut. Because
everything all at once.
Well, they did cut, and they're starting this new, what is it? Instead of calling it QE, they're calling it reserve purchase management.
Well, yeah, the most important takeaway in my mind was the fact that they're going to be buying treasury bills again.
Yeah, it was $35 to $40 billion to start with per month, which is, I don't even know what to think about that, because when the markets need liquidity, that's usually not a good sign. It means that there's stress and they're trying to head that off. Yeah. He even said it during the presser, like they're trying to avoid the Powell pivot in 2019, where the repo market just went crazy. That's what they're trying to avoid. So it's like, wait a minute, you're saying the repo market is like super stressed to the point where you got to put liquidity injections in every day? Yes. Okay, bullish. I don't know. I'm not sure what to think about that.
Well, as we know, it never seems like markets can dip at all anymore. So it's probably bullish.
Well, Ken Carson thinks we're inside of a broad topping pattern over the next couple of years. Doesn't mean we can't make all-time highs, but there's some stats. I got to go over it again. But in this type of regime, seeing markets drop 25 to 50% in a given year is totally normal. And for it to rebound back up to new all-time highs. So I cannot wait for that kind of volatility. It's, for one thing, it's going to make great content.
Well, volatility always gets exciting. In fact, the VIX being where it's at right now is actually kind of boring for me. I was doing a lot better when the VIX had gotten over 20. I'd like to see us return to more exciting territory. It's kind of tough when it's this choppy in some sessions, especially from the open.
That's right. This is where I just run my automated trading strategies. It knows the setup that I want, and I don't have to get in my own head about it. Look at gold. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, gold.
I took a partial, and so I was in long 7 micro gold contracts, took a partial of 3 contracts off. So I have 4 left for prior day high, and my stop is at break even. So it's, made a little profit, and it's going now.
Awesome.
I wish I could share my screen. I don't know why it's not working. I might, after this trade, log out and try logging it in on Chrome and see if that works.
Sure. Ben was asking, is the dots indicator you're referring to by Mono?
No, it's by Irish Wave. If you go to my X profile, Twitter, if you have that, it's just Trades by Rina, and then click on the Linktree link that I have in there. You should see it there. See, there's one for that top one is for NASDAQ. You can use it for EOS and Bitcoin too, and then there's a separate one for gold. There's a 7-day free trial of the indicator and Discord access, and
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Will my Bitcoin long pay off? Please do.
Okay. Where are we going here this morning?
Yeah, indices are pretty messy. I don't really have a read on them at all. It might be a case where bad morning equals better afternoon. Or maybe we just gotta wait till like 10:30.
It happens, yeah.
Things will shake
it's
out
unfortunate
then.
too, because my sweet spot is usually the first hour, and anytime there's like a beautiful trend in the middle of the day, I usually am pretty disappointed to have missed it. Was trying to set up my newest strat to copy trade with TradersPost, but I couldn't find the video on how to do it. I saw Mike do a demo. Where do I look to find the video? I feel like we have.
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
What's that?
I'll send that to.
Yeah, appreciate it. We have several, and there's one in the documentation too. If you go to our documentation, Aventura, there's a prop firm trading section that we've done a pretty good job of outlining all the different setups, except for the button push approach and my in progress beta mode Chrome extension that I'm working on right now for you guys.
So gold just hit prior day high, so I am out. That was a nice trade. I'm gonna try to switch over to Chrome and see if I can share with you guys. But
okay,
that's a beautiful one there. And we could even get up to Asia high. I would like to see though, a bit of a pullback retracement if I were to, want to re-enter there.
So does the FOMC news, the Fed news, what Powell did in the presser, does that affect you guys in any way? Do you think about how he answered the questions and what it means for markets over the next 18 months? Or is it sort of like, he's just a road bump, let's get past it and get back to trading?
I mean, there's two things I always observe about Powell. One is that he's an extremely poised and poignant individual. And he's always very careful with his word choice, especially in the Q&A session of the presser. But I also notice there's always a hint of like nervousness in his delivery of the prepared speech that he gives. He's kind of, he has to take water breaks every once in a while because his mouth's getting dry and he's just kind of feeling a little, whatever. But what I can say is everything he's saying is all prepared. They spend an entire month preparing for that presentation.
And they choose every word. I love when he there's these AI systems that will let you know if he's answered a question by looking down at his paper or answering it off the cuff, because there's different feelings to it. Or like if what's the meme? If he comes out and he says, "Hello everyone," it's bullish. If he says, "Good afternoon," then it's bearish.
This is why they have to spend so much time on this.
Yeah, but this whole
Rina? Did you watch any of that yesterday?
I did not. I mean, because I'm basically a scalper, like I don't care so much about.
You're like, I'll just trade what shows up on the chart, right?
Yeah, I literally just trade what shows up on the chart. Yeah.
No, I don't blame you. And for the longest time, I didn't really pay attention to a lot of that stuff either, because for the same reason, as a technical analyst, I was like, anything that's going to happen or is happening is going to show up in price action.
Well, I care quite a bit because for Bitcoin, it matters greatly on my long-term swing trades and long-term positions. But I also like to know, to me, it's like the weather report for like, should you quit your job? Should you not? Should you start a business? Should you not? All these things matter to me in that way. All right, we have your screen here.
There we go. Okay, so I
just got
there. To Chrome. So yeah, I just started a new 50K eval for this, and trading micros and being good. Small. You can see. Let me just blow up gold. This indicator, it's just in the way. Yeah, so I entered here just kind of right after 9:30 open. I do like to just wait for that. Sometimes gold and NQ sometimes move, disparately from one another. Our NQ goes down, gold goes up. In this case, NQ just is moving sideways, and gold is like, I'm going for it. So entered 7 cons down here. Took off 3. I saw us kind of consolidating a little here, moved my stop to break even at that point, and we went for Friday high. As you can see, this is a 30-second chart. Let me go back to 1 minute. So the dots indicator I was talking about is up here. It's been green since, what is that? Like 8:45. And so what I like to do if the dots remain green is just take a fib and, there we go, and kind of anchor it from a swing low to a swing high. So now, if I were to re-enter, I'd like to see us get down to maybe this like 0.5 level and then take that to Asia high. But, you know, we've made quite a run. Prior day high is like a major, you know, target, major point of interest. And so, you know, it's like if I were to re-enter here, especially after taking a trade where I made profit, I would go in with reduced size.
Mm-hmm. And is gold usually your instrument of choice?
No. I actually only recently started trading gold. The guy who created the dots indicator just recently created the gold dots indicator. And it was when gold was kind of on that bull run, maybe like a month ago. NASDAQ was getting crazy and kind of hard to trade. And so I was like, yeah, maybe I'll check out gold. But you know, when it wants to run, it's great. Sometimes, you know, I can't really make sense of it though, but I guess that's just the market. It's like today, I have no idea what the indices are doing.
Yeah, and that it can be really tough. The markets can be really choppy at times and unpredictable, but gold has been such a reliable trend asset at the moment, and more than usual for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So it does look like, well, yeah, I would have liked to have seen a deeper retracement, but we might do a thing where it just kind of takes out this high again and then goes back down. So I'm just kind of sitting on hands. And sometimes also what I like to do is, you know, if I saw it go down to 0.5, I would enter there and then take a partial here at the 0.382 fib, probably take another partial at this high, it's a little crazy arrow, and then hold a runner for Asia high.
Got it. Yeah, the one thing that worries me about gold is that it's just been so overextended for some time now. As I look at the daily chart, it's been at the top end of this regression trend for what is it, almost 2 months now. And it just feels like, is there a top? Can there be? How much further can this thing go? I think I even widened the standard deviations of this as well. No, I have it at 3 and 3. So if I set it to 4 and 4, which is, you know, a much wider range of price action, we've got some room to retest maybe around 4,500, and then maybe we finally find the top there before it pulls back again.
This is where the macro stuff like matters a lot to me, because gold often at the first like financial speed bump where all the markets fall, gold will fall precipitously, and that's the perfect time to buy in. And you want, and then you could ride it back up. You don't have to worry about that crash. Actually, what's his name? Kim Carson again, who's my BFF in spirit. He made the call. What was it? 2 years on the show where he says what you want to do is buy calls for gold and pay for those calls by selling puts on oil, because oil is usually trades within this range. And that trade, I think, he said is the most profitable trade he's had all year, because it paid for itself and gold just kept rising and rising and rising and rising and rising. I love trades like that, but you need a macro point of view in order to do something like that.
Yeah, interesting.
What is happening here?
Well, we had finally a push below Vwap here, so I am in 1 micro at the moment short. Trying to push, might be adding to my position here. But
I've been having dilemmas. I don't know when to interfere with my automated trading strategy, because if I make
don't mess with it.
So even if I see, okay, it took a trade and it went wrong, I should just exit this break even, or should I just take the loss?
Never mess with what you're seeing in your back test. So would your historical trading have taken the loss, or would it even?
Taken the loss.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thinking behind that is, if it would have taken the loss, and in the past it would have been near taking a loss, but ultimately ended up back in profit, then you had just an excursion from entry that would have gotten you back to profit. So you want to give yourself that opportunity for that to play out.
Yeah, that's what I saw in my trades. That 60% of the time they do run back up afterwards.
Aventura chimed in here as well. Never.
Sure.
You're automated once. You already did all the work. You did all that hard work for the back test. Don't screw with it.
That's right. Claude did all the hard work for my back test.
Rina, have you played at all with any kind of automated approach?
I have not. I really like the idea of it because, just like removing the emotions from trading is pretty much what you have to do, I think, to be successful in the long run. I think that I'm a little too much of like a control freak to just trust an automated system. But like, again, saying that out loud, it's like, you can't control the markets. You can't be a control freak and be a successful trader. So I would be curious to maybe like run one account just on a totally automated strategy and see how it goes,
Sure. So this is interesting news. I just got a text message from, is this Apex? Let me double check. Let me actually check this link because this doesn't look like their URL. This could be a phishing attempt. But I read something, it's legit. It could be going through somebody as an affiliate link or something, though. I just got a text from Apex about their 90% off sale. And I don't know if it's actually Apex or somebody else sending me an affiliate link. It's probably the latter of those. That's actually pretty clever. It's to text people and make it seem like it's coming from Apex, but really it's just your referral URL.
Yeah, I have not gotten an official text from Apex, so I think that might be an affiliate code there.
I think it's affiliate spam. Yeah,
I might have to take that one.
90% off. Jimmy,
yeah, they're doing this 90% off sale right now.
90% off, reduced PA fees. I personally just have given up on accounts with intraday trailing drawdown. I'm like,
it's so hard. Yeah.
It's hard, and it's not really reflective of your skill in trading. It's just, can you like get lucky and like get a crazy YOLO run, or just, I don't know. I don't even know how to approach them. So I don't use them, but I know a lot of people like that, stacking 20 accounts. If you can do it, power to you.
That's me.
That's
I have 15 of them right now. And I do appreciate the sales. Like, honestly, the only thing that makes it worth it is when they're incredibly inexpensive. And I only really trade 50K accounts because the risk to reward ratio makes the most sense there. Your first payout is significantly larger than the initial cost. And most of these accounts I bought for $19.40. So that's an incredibly low price to pay for eval. Activation, I think on those original ones was $40-something. So all in, my initial cost is pretty low. Best trade this week was when I was putting my kid to bed and wasn't looking at the charts at all. The auto strat crushed it last night. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what it's designed to do. And Aventura had mentioned the hardest thing he has to do is not touch the automated strat. Exactly. The performance of an automated strategy largely comes down to your ability not to screw with it.
And I love that even when the strat, for me, when the strat loses multiple times in a row, whatever, it never goes on tilt. Like, fine, lose 5 times in a row. I will lose 5 times in a row and then just be like, well, I didn't care about living anyway, so I might as well just go ahead and full board everything.
Man, all right. So this is some bearish price action. I am well into profit now.
Nice.
Up a couple $100 per account. I'm about ready to take a base hit here in a bit, depending on where we arrive. But if you guys are seeing my chart here, Tom, we've already surpassed S1, which was my first target for the day. Be all the way down here at 25.3. And I'll just hold this position if we can get that far.
So I've been experimenting with nicknames for Mike for a year and a half now.
Yeah, what's up with Dante's Inferno? I never even played that game.
No, the book. Dante's Inferno, Dante's the series.
I only know it as the game.
I see. All right, so then it's not going to work because in my head it hit perfectly. Because Dante goes through the 7 rings of hell, and then he goes through purgatory, and then he goes to heaven. He's trying to find his love in heaven, and
that sounds like
it's so great
so far.
Right, exactly, because he has to like learn. He sees all these other people in hell who've made mistakes, and now they're never getting out of it. Right, and there are all these tortures like, what you doing, what happened, how do I avoid this? And it's just this lesson for how to be a better person, what mistakes to avoid. But he gets out because he has a guide who's guiding him through it. And so in my head, I think of Mike now as the pilgrim. That's what he calls himself, who has to go through all this in order to slowly make his way up to heaven. But it's not going to work because you haven't read Dante's Inferno, so never mind.
All right, I'll go read it now. It sounds like it's one of those classic literary works that I probably avoided.
Yes, it's fantastic. Only the Inferno. It's a three-parter. The Heaven is terrible. It's so boring.
3 books? No, it's too many pages.
Yeah.
I actually at one point could recite part of Dante's Inferno in Italian in college. Don't ask me now, because that memory like a goldfish for languages. Beautiful.
You are in good company, Rina.
Beautiful language. So I
forgot it was a book, if that tells you anything.
So I kind of took an impulsive trade short on MNQ.
Got it.
I'm not pleased with myself, but I saw it dumping, and we took London low. I'm targeting Asia low. I like that this, kind of looks like if we have ICT traders an order block.
Yeah. Let's go. He took 15 micro short with you.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to micro sizing, to be honest. So
I just treat it like, it's 1/10 of 1 NQ. So I kind of scale sizing based on the amount of drawdown I have in each account. So one micro for every $1,000 of drawdown. And I kind of move my way up from there.
This is also my first time trading on TradingView. I usually execute on TradeView. Okay.
Got it.
So
it probably feels a lot different, because are you looking at regular trading hours there too? Because they don't have that on TradeView, which is a huge miss on their part.
I actually use tick charts on TradeView. So
okay.
I mean, my charting is all done on TradingView. I just like the executions and the bracket orders on TradeView. And I use a little bit of like the volume profile there. So, but it's great actually being able to see where my positions are on the charts that I use. I mean, that makes sense. Let's see if there's any swing lows.
Stopped out of my Bitcoin trade. Oh, well.
Bummer.
What do I...
Started to follow this sell-off here. So the MNQ is already down 1.4% so far this morning, which is a bit of a sell-off in of itself. ES is down 70 basis points. I would expect that if we see a continuation from here, that puts MNQ down almost 2.5% for the day. So that's almost a news event. Like, what would cause a 2.5% sell-off?
Well, that's what I was saying. It was a bearish, dovish, hawkish cut.
Yeah,
because there's a problem with liquidity, and we've been experiencing that for a while now. Not just because of the whole tariff volatility, but just in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a partial. That was just a swing low. And I'm also looking, I can't show this screen because it's on a different computer, but I use opening ranges. If you guys see these like blue boxes that I have on my screen. And then I'm looking at like handle rotations on this other indicator. I can't really show. The darker blue box here is like today's opening range, I think. And then these are prior ones. So price will kind of gravitate towards those. And also move in, like NQ will move in 65 handle rotations. So we're almost at one here at 2514.25. Mm-hmm. So it kind of makes sense, to maybe start scaling out as we approach that. So yeah, I got my little partial profit, not too much. Now I'm just watching to see if this green candle continues to hold price lower. And I'm gonna
go from here
more just to see.
This is one of those days where it's kind of hard to tell. I think I'm going to go ahead and say I think we're going to go ahead and push to 25,300 here. It's going for it.
I think all the way. We'll see.
I'll look at Truth Social, see if there's something I missed.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the news here?
My friends called me last night. Rate cuts,
Trump gold card. Oh, right. I remember these. Okay, never mind.
What's the gold card?
The gold card is the ability to it's a direct path
to
citizenship. You basically buy your way into the country now.
I like that it was formalized.
I like that it's got his face all over it, because why not, right? Everyone's asking about the dots here again. Didn't catch the indicator with your 3 dots.
Yeah. So it's dots bias indicator. Again, if you guys go to my Trades by Rina, there's a link at the top of Linktree, and it'll have those indicators in there. Cool. And honestly, I don't know what the 4 rows are. I just know that they're like market correlations. The bottom one does have to do with the opening range. I'm just going to do another partial. How do I do this on here? Bye. Okay. And check that. But, you know, it helps just in a way, it stops me from making really dumb decisions. Like right now, all the dots are red. So at the very least, don't go long, you know, like don't try to, you know, be a hero and like catch the low here. And, you know, if you look over here at the gold dots, you know, we were on this run here and now this top row is turning red. So when dots are mixed, just stay out. And it's a visual that I find really, you know, some great people in the Discord that, you know, have their own strategies they use. A lot of us use nqstats.com, which I talked about a bit in our interview.
Yeah, right.
So that's one of the things I'm watching here is this initial balance, which is 9:30 to 10:30 high and low. Obviously, we still got 30 minutes for that to play out. But that's something I'll also be watching in conjunction with the dots.
Well, no news.
No news, just price action.
Bonds did fall pretty precipitously here. Even long-term yield, all of them fell pretty bad. Look at that. Huh. With the dollar down, so flight to dollars. Interesting. All right. Well,
made a few dollars here so far. Nothing huge, but off to a good start. Should have been a lot larger. I didn't position myself well from Vwap there, but at least we're in profit today.
That's right. All right, so I guess we'll leave it there. How do you guys feel about that? Rina, so much for being here with us. Very fun, very pleasant. We always love when people, I assume, net positive so far for the day trading with us.
Yep, up 400 on a 50K eval.
Let's go.
Awesome. So fantastic. Do you stream? Where can people find you?
I'm mostly active on Twitter. I do have a YouTube, Trades by Rina. If you guys liked me live streaming, maybe I will start doing more of this on my YouTube. So let me know.
That's great. And we could always start you off if you want, because we could always share at the same time you're streaming here. We could always put it on your.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It was great to be here. I'd love to join you guys again.
That sounds great. Yeah, we appreciate the audibles, but also the resources too. I keep forgetting about NQ Stats. I need to check that resource out again.
Yes, it's a great one.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So we're going to be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for even more trading. Just a reminder to everyone that if you are interested in automating your own trades, you can feel free to go to TradersPost.io and use coupon code PropScaling20 in order to get 20% off your monthly or yearly subscription. And yes, if you already have an account with us, you can use that code for your add-ons. But for now, we'll leave you on this post-FOMC day with a hearty happy trading.